Hey guys, welcome to Brad's Beer Reviews. I don't know when you're going to be watching this because I'm just getting some videos in the can, but as of this recording, we are one day removed from the Super Bowl. And as you can see, I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, but I do have to give a shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles. They're a team that I have historically not had much of a taste for. It's not just because they're in my division, but I was never a fan of Andy Reid. He was one of those guys that made me feel like I just wanted to go up and smack him in the face, to be honest. Now, I know we're not in the Andy Reid era any longer, and as of last night, my opinion on the Eagles has changed. Um, First of all, winning their first Super Bowl was awesome. I don't care who you are, that was a special moment. Congratulations to those guys and to their fans. You guys enjoy it. Um, but that is not my reasoning. I will always be a Cowboys fan. Been a Cowboys fan since I was 8 years old. It's not changing anytime soon. But their head coach thanked his Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. And that leadership on the team has changed my opinion of the Eagles. So, anyway, if you hung around with me after that little rant about the Super Bowl and the Eagles, we'll get to what you're here for. We are going to be reviewing O'Fallon's pumpkin beer. Now, I just realized I forgot my bottle opener. We will make that work. This brewery, it's the O'Fallon Brewery. They're out of St. Louis, Missouri. It's a town or a city that I've been to plenty of times in my life. You can visit these guys at ofallonbrewery.com. Now, before I get into the other info, yes, we're reviewing a pumpkin beer. And yes, by the time you see this, it's going to be March, early March probably, because I got some other stuff on the schedule. But pumpkin pie, to me, that's always good. So why does a pumpkin beer have to be something you drink from August to October? I had them, hadn't reviewed them, so we're going to do it. And it is what it is. Now, since I did not bring my bottle opener, if you will hang in with me, I will be right back. You guys still there? I hope so. This is going to have to do for now. This is my keychain opener. Let's get back in focus. All right. Let's go ahead and open it up. Now, reading information on their website, they use 120 pounds of real pumpkin. There's a 3 barley mash, and it's seasoned with cinnamon, nutmeg, and cloves. Their malts are pale, white wheat, caramel, 90L, and their hops are cluster. This comes in at 5.6% ABV. Somebody want to get me a new camera? Like, for real. I need one. It's 11 IBUs. And I lost my train of thought. Okay. Beer Advocate, they give it a 3.64. They say it's very good. Rate Beer gives it a 45 overall and a 59 in the style. Untapped, you're going to find 3 4/4 stars, and that's out of 31,280 check-ins. Now, this is one of 5 pumpkin beers in what I would consider their main seasonal line. There was some Brewer, I don't remember what they call it, Brewer Selects or something that had some Imperial pumpkin. But in your main line, you've got the regular pumpkin beer here. You've got the vanilla pumpkin. You've got the pumpkin cream stout, pumpkin bread, and a pumpkin farmhouse ale. I will be making a trip to St. Louis around August, between August and October, to find that pumpkin cream stout if I cannot get it around me, because St. Louis is not terribly far from me. I will make the trip to get beer because there's more that my family and I can do while we are there, so that's my excuse. Let's get this thing in a glass. Don't ask me why I picked this one, but I just wanted to use this for this beer. We're going to pour it. Now, I have had one of these when I first bought the 6-pack. Please don't run over. Please don't run over. Okay. And on that experience, well, let me get back to that, because this head is very crackly. It's a 4-finger head. Very crackly, so I figure it's going to dissipate fairly quickly. Anyway, I remember thinking it tasted very good, but the body was lacking for me. My standard for pumpkin beer, my favorite I've ever had, is the Rogue Farm Pumpkin Patch Ale. And unfortunately, this past season, I wasn't able to find any of that. It made me sad. But anyway, so compared to that, this really did lack in the body department. And as you see, the head is going away. Not quite as fast as I thought that it might, but it's not hanging around like some other beers. On the appearance, it is a golden orange, slight carbonation bubbles, very cloudy. You can't really see through it at all. I don't know if there's any. Let's get a swirl, make sure we get any kind of goodness out of the bottle there. Let's get a nose. That nutmeg really stands out. You get the nutmeg, you get the cinnamon, you get the cloves. It smells like pumpkin pie in a glass. Smells very good. I mean, I can't give you any more descriptors on it. This is pumpkin pie in a glass. I could sit and sniff this one all day. But let's get to the best part, and that's to drink it. Now, I did let this set out 15 or 20 minutes before I started the video, because the first time I drank it, it was ice cold. And I figured that with this kind of beer, this is my guess. This is an educated guess. I think that the flavor is going to come out more if you let it warm up. Kind of piggybacking on some of my dad's videos he's done recently, where he's really been mentioning how temperature affects beer. And when I say piggybacking, I don't mean that I'm taking that concept of his videos from him. It just made me think about that as far as how I drink beer, and not letting everything be ice cold, which is my tendency because I like cold drinks. But I also want to get the best experience out of the flavor, and I can already tell, at least I think I can, the difference between the ice cold of this and the slightly under room temperature. This slightly under room temperature makes the beer stand out more. And I do have some extras of these. I think I may do another video with it and release it in the same week that I do this one, probably, where I take one ice cold probably out of the freezer, and then I take one that's at this temp, and I'll compare them. I think that would be a good video, so I probably will do that. The finish is a little bit more wet than I would like for it to be, if that makes sense. And I mean that well, maybe not the finish, the mouthfeel as it goes down your throat and across your tongue, or across your tongue and down your throat, is not as full as I would like it to be, like I said. However, it's not as light as what I remembered it being based on that first experience. And it tastes very good. Yes, it tastes like pumpkin pie. Another thing that I think I might like to try is mixing one of these with a little bit of a stout. Make my own pumpkin stout. What do you guys think about that? And if I'm going to do that, what stout would you recommend me trying it with? Just a thought. I may not be able to do that till next season of these beers, but very good beer. Not the best pumpkin beer that I've ever had. Not the worst. My worst experience, at least, but this has been many years ago, was with Blue Moon's pumpkin. Didn't care for it, but I'll try it again for review's sake. But at the time, I'll say this: this has its place in that the flavor is not so strong that I couldn't sit and probably drink a 6 pack of these if I was hanging out with some buddies and I didn't really want to drink. Um, you know, like last night I had a Miller High Life, which is a good beer, but I'm not always in the mood for that style. So if I'm wanting something different, but I want something that's more going to be more sessionable for me, this would fit the bill. So I don't have any complaints with it. I think it's a good beer. If you've had O'Fallon's pumpkin beer, let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. As always, if you're just passing by, hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you think. But most importantly, leave me some comments in the comment section below. And I thank you for joining Brad's Beer Reviews. Stay thirsty.